I think I'm ready to go. All right, guys. Welcome to English Speaking Pilates. Yay! I hope I have some English speakers listening today because I'm doing this on special request. Especially big shout out goes to Nicole and Linda and Marijn from Canada. I hope you're there. Hope we got some other English speakers listening as well. So today I've created a mat class for you. That's sort of, oh, Helen, I hope you're there. I hope you made it. That is sort of meant sort of post-gardening, pre-cocktail hour. So we're going to warm up with some moves from MoveNat. MoveNat is a natural fitness-based movement philosophy. We're going to move into some Pilates, and then we're going to finish up with some Garuda. So Garuda is a sort of variation on yoga and Pilates. So the idea is that we get a little bit of strengthening and ab work in there, but we also get a lot of spinal mobility and open up the hips and do lots of feel-good stuff as well. Okay? So I don't need any equipment today. Hope you've got a mat. And we're just going to get started sitting down on the floor to begin with. And the first move is just rocking. And it's a natural rocking movement. There's no real method to it. Just do what feels naturally to you. Your arms are going to help you move backwards with the weight of them. So start with them on the floor. But as you curl the tailbone under and lift the feet, let the arms go back as well, because they'll pull you back and they'll also pull you forward. Just do this a couple of times. And try and make it really easy. Don't forget to breathe. And we'll just do a couple more of those. And last time. Okay. I'm going to move on into rolling. So rocking and rolling here. So just come to a lying position on your back. You're going to straighten one leg and bend one knee. And then what you're going to do is push into that bent knee foot and let the hip lift up. And then let the arms follow as if you're going to roll over onto your side. But we're going to keep it really loose and we're not going to go all the way. We're just going to start the movement of rolling from our back to our side and letting the arms just do what you think would help to get to a lying position on your stomach. Okay, same thing on the other side. Bend the other knee, straighten the other leg. Push into that bent knee foot. Let the hip lift. And then just let the arms kind of tell you what needs to be done to get over to that other side with the least amount of effort. Let the head stay loose. Don't start creating tension in the jaw or the neck. To do this, it should be easy. And if you don't get over there, it's not a big deal. Last time. Good. Okay, we're going to come up onto all fours. So just roll over onto your side. Use your hands and come on up. I'm going to just come a little bit more at this angle for you. And we're going to start by rocking on all fours. So hips go back and then hips come forward and I come up over my hands. It should feel slightly uncomfortable in the wrists, so you should really feel like you're getting into them and past where you would probably comfortably like to go. Okay? Again, easy breath. Moving in and out of the hips. Getting those wrists warmed up as well. And getting this movement rocking familiar in your body because we're going to use it in a bit. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my feet flat and come back and sit on them. And then on my toes and come back and sit on them. So flat and on the toes. I'm going to stop rocking and just do that. Flat feet, sit on them, toes, and sit on them. This might be very uncomfortable for some of you. In the very beginning, it can be quite uncomfortable. So just work your way into it and do what's comfortable. Don't push yourself. Good. I'm going to add some arm movements. Two more. And one more. Good. I'm going to stay up here on my knees. And then sit and push the hips forward. I'm on my toes still. Push the hips down and then push the hips forward. And I'm just going to raise my arms and lower them just to get some movement into my shoulder girdle. And keep breathing nice and easily. Good. And I'm going to stay up all the way up on these knees and then side bend over to the side. And side bend over to the other side. And side bend again. And one more time, side bending. Good. So come back over the knees. And we're just going to think about this rocking motion because we're going to need it a little bit mentally to help us. What we want to do is maybe start with your hands here, give a small push into the floor and lift the knees up. So in the beginning, I'm going to use my hands. I'm going to push into the floor and rock back onto my toes. And then I'm going to try doing it without. Oops, had to catch myself. Not a big deal. And down. And come up and balance. Now, if it's not possible to do this today, it's not a big deal. You use your hands and you rock back and you rock forward. Keep going a couple more times. Hands or no hands. Rock and back and rock and back. Okay, let's get our legs out in front of us. Now, if you have socks that are slippery and you're on hardwood, that's top. Or if you have a small towel, which I do, I'm going to grab it, and a slippery surface, great. If you have carpet, Canada, or you are only got this mat, it might be a little bit harder to slip and slide, but you'll manage. One leg at a time. So one leg is straight. My hands are supporting me behind, so I can have a nice straight back. And what I'm going to do is just slide one leg straight out, open it to the outside, and slide it back in. And then parallel again. So I parallel, outward rotation, slide it in, and parallel. Last time, slide, open, and in. Reverse that, open, slide it out, parallel, and in. Two more, open, slide it out. Good. Keep that chest open, your back nice and straight, and in. Other leg. So I'm going to slide it in, open, and slide. I'm doing 3 in each direction. Good. Reverse, rotate, bring it in, slide it through parallel. Rotate, bring it in, slide it through parallel, and last time rotate, slide it in, bring it through parallel. I'm going to do both legs now. So use your arms, lift that chest, pull both legs in, open, slide it out, and center. Good. So a little towel would help me here. I've decided not to use it. I'm getting kind of wood burn on my feet. No, not really, but whatever. Now reverse it. Open and close. And then legs are out straight. Open them, pull them in, straighten, and last time, open, pull them in, and straighten. Good. Now go ahead and cross your legs. And then cross them the other way. Keep doing this, changing the foot that's in the front. Try not to use your hands, but if you need them, you need them. Not a big deal. So I'm crossing, and I'm crossing. And I'm also rocking. You notice I'm rocking. Okay, I'm getting ready to maybe lift my hips off the floor, maybe use my hands, maybe not. Doesn't matter. Keep it small. Just change the legs. Up, up. Good. And last time, and I'm going to hold here, and I'm just going to do some really fluid stretching. So I'm going to stretch the side, up to the sky, and then down to the back. Again, side, up to the sky, and down to the back. Good. And then I'm going to hold both arms out and stretch to the right and center, to to the left and center, trying to keep those hips down. Right, left, one more time on each side. Right and left. Good, switch the feet around. Do that on the other side, same thing. Over to the side. Down, around. Up. And one more time, side. Nice and easy, not pushing anything here. Up to the sky. And hold. Arms go out, stretch out to the right and center. Stretch out to the left and center. To the right, center, left. One more time. Out to the right, center, and to the left and center. Good, and just release the arms. Good, and we get just a tiny bit rotation. Just imagine that you could go around yourself, but don't push it. Up. Getting some rotation into that upper thoracic spine, shoulder girdle. Good, and last time. Good. Change the way that you're sitting. It's called a mermaid sit or a Z sit. So one foot is in front and one foot is in the back. And we're going to take that arm in front. If you can, lift the hips up. If you don't want to lift the hips up, it doesn't matter. And just stretch out front and then back. Again, lift up. Two more. Lifting up. And you can keep this small just as a small arm guide if you like. Change the legs. Same thing on the other side. Arm comes out in front. It either stops in front or you add the hip lift. And down 4 times. Lifting the hips. Keep it nice and fluid. Don't push any of these stretches right now because we're just warming up. And up. Good. All right. That sort of concludes our warm-up and move it all around bit. We're going to move into Pilates. And we're going to start with rolling like a ball. So we started rolling in the beginning, but it wasn't really Pilates rolling. This is Pilates rolling like a ball. And here, we're going to lift the feet off the floor, balance. Hold the hands at the ankles. You can also hold them higher if you need to. Elbows are out, nice and round, so that I'm not bringing my shoulders up. My chin needs to stay in, and I need to roll back from the pelvis, not with the weight of my head or the weight of my upper back. Patience is the key here. So I suck my stomach in so it becomes really heavy, and it's actually that which puts me off balance and takes me backwards. I come up to a balanced position. And then back. This is not fast because I'm using the natural movement that I've created with my putting myself off balance. Do 3 more. And 2 more. Last one right here. And I'm going to stay up here. And I'm just going to move back myself. And I'm going to straighten one leg out. Opposite hand, inside of knee, same hand, same leg, exterior. And then I'm going to roll back to my upper back, but I'm keeping my head up and my head chin tucked in. I'm going to pull on this knee 2 times, exhaling, and then switch. This is called single leg stretch. So each time I pull that knee in, I stretch the opposite leg away. Try and stay as high as you can. You don't want that head falling back, or it will put stress on the neck. Good. Last time on each side. And we're just going to change the bentiness of the leg. Same idea, but the legs are going to stay straight here. So I'm using that leg to help stay up as well. So pull, pull, and then switch. Pull, pull. As I'm pulling in, I'm also stretching out. So don't forget that leg that you're sending away, because it hasn't been mischievous. It needs attention too. So keep pulling, but also keep pushing. Good. One more on each side. Good. Bend the knees in. Let the head rest. Just take a small head shake very slowly to the right and to the left. And then use that leg, roll up to a seated position. We're going to work with the pelvis rolling back and rolling forward. Be careful not to let the shoulders come up in this exercise. So we're going to start with the hands here and just roll the pelvis back and forth. Okay, if we're pretty sure that we can keep those shoulders down, then we're going to bring the arms forward. If this creates this kind of tension, we're going to put the hands back down. Good. A couple more. Also, if it's uncomfortable in the legs, if they're cramping and you would like to straighten them, you are welcome to do so, or even maybe one. That's not the important bit here, just rolling down. I'm going to slow it down a bit. I'm going to go a little further. So I'm slowing it down, and I'm rolling down just that bit much further. Maybe that part where if I stayed there a little bit, I'd start to shake. Good. And I'm going to get to that part, that uncomfortable bit, and I'm going to raise my arms not too high, because I don't want my shoulders to lift, lower them, and come back up. Good. Again, into that really uncomfortable spot. Don't really want to hang out here, but I'm going to. And then, good. Be aware of your breath. Don't be holding it. Try and make it work for you. Good. One more here. And good. Hold on just behind the thighs. Pull to straighten and lengthen your upper back, and then use your pelvis to roll back. Good. At the arms, lift, and then roll back. Other arm, lift, and roll back. One more on each side, lifting, and roll back, and lifting, and roll back. I'm going to work on the obliques. So we're going to roll down on one side. I can still see my arm. It's not way back here. It's just right here. And then I'm going to scoop the arm forward and do the same on the other side. Arm goes back, not too far, and then scoop up, come forward. Back to that uncomfortable, I don't want to hang out position. And come up, and back, and come up. Two more on each side. So this is the trembling bit. And up. One more each side. Round back, lower back, and up. Last time here. And up. Good. Couple extensions. Lifting, rounding, lifting, and rounding. In the last set of obliques, the arm's going to go this way this time. So I'm going to roll back on one side, lifting the arm, and then coming back like a rainbow. Other side. Over the rainbow. Good. You can always hold on to your legs like I'm doing. Or you can keep that other arm out front. It'll help counterbalance. Up. Up. Good. We'll do one more on each side. And up. Good. Again, straighten that back. Round in, straighten, and then legs are nice and straight. We're going to roll down, arms are in front, push the feet away, keep pushing away, but let your pelvis roll away from your feet, but opposing that. So create traction. Good, all the way down. Oh, just went past that uncomfortable bit. Arms are going to go up, the rib cage is going to flare and lift off the ground. That's okay, it's going to be a nice stretch, opening things up for me. Exhale, just bring your arms back and let the rib cage close and find the ground. Again, inhale. Let that rib cage open up and flare. And then exhale, bring it back down, let it close down, using its natural elasticity to close. Good, inhale. And exhale, good. This time we're going to stay behind the head with the hands, so go ahead and inhale. Exhale behind the head and put the fingers together. Good. I'm going to turn my palms around And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to side bend. I'm going over to the side as if I was going to go down to my ankle. My head will start to lift at some point, and I'll just stop when I can see my ankle. Come back down on that shoulder, roll over onto the other shoulder, and go to the other ankle. My legs are stable. They're not moving side to side. Just my rib cage and my shoulder girdle, which are doing the mobilizing here. Find a nice breath that works for you. Become aware of that. Try not to be holding your breath at any time. And last time here. Good. Now we're going to take that into a circle. So we're going to go over to the side and we're going to come through the middle, holding our head up, over onto the other shoulder, and back down. 2 more like that. Over to the side, come through the middle, over onto the other shoulder, and down. Last time, up onto the shoulder, center, side, and back. And I change direction. I go over to the other side, up, around, down, and over. Good. Let the head release. Try not to create too much tension. And when I say that, I mean right here when it's on the ground. And then up and down. Good. Okay. We're going to do roll-ups now. If roll-up is not your thing, you've never done it, or you don't do it well, or whatever, be kind to yourself. Don't do bad Pilates. Don't do this. Okay? It's better just to go where you can go. You're going to work the abs anyways, and then come back. If you are able to get up without giving yourself that extra boot in the rib cage, then you're going to come up and continue as if you're going to go over your own feet. Your arms are parallel to your legs. You're going to start to drop the shoulders as you come back. You're going to roll down. Arms are going overhead. Find your breath. It's going to help you out here. Arms, head lifts. Think about going up and then over and back down. If you need to modify this, you can use 1 or 2 bent legs or any combination thereof. And as that point hits that you want to give that, you straighten the legs. And that weight of the legs will help you without hurting you. So this can be a simple knee in my chest. It can be a knee on the floor. It can be 1 leg. It can be 2 legs. But quite often, straightening the legs will be that extra little help you need in the beginning. We'll do 1 more here. And over. Good. Come all the way down. On your back, bend your knees. And we're bridging. So feet are hip distance apart, not too far away from your buttocks. And we're just going to lift up. So arms are pressing into the ground, long, and then down. Inhale as you go up, and then exhale as you come down. Try and be aware of your feet and your toes. Are you going off to one side? Are you using one side more than the other? Are your legs folding in as you go up or down? Or are they folding out? Try and think about your alignment here and what's happening in your body. Good. Same thing, but our arms are going backwards. So we're inhaling and we're going to send our arms backward, open up that rib cage, and we're exhaling, we're coming down. Good. Keep going with that. Open the arms up to the back. Exhale, come down. 2 more times. Open and close. And open and close. This time I'm going all the way up and I'm going to stay there. My arms are coming up and I'm just going to open up to the side so the elbows are slightly bent. Keeping my hips high, and then I'm just going to close the arms. Fingertips are touching and I'm making a circle with my arms. And then I open and I close. And open and close. Open, close. 1 more time. Open, Close, and now I'm going to circle my arms behind me, to the sides, and down and around, and up, behind me, to the sides, and down. One more time, up, and around, and then I'm going to change direction with my arms. I'm still pushing my hips up to the sky, still breathing naturally. Last circle with those arms, opening the chest, and up. Good. Arms come down. Hips are staying. Yeah, good news, eh? All right. Come up onto those toes. And then put the heels down. But when I say put the heels down, I don't mean drop them. I mean push them with resistance. Good. And heels up. Heels down. Heels up. Heels down. Two more up. And down. Last time up. And down. Now one at a time. So one up and one down, and then switch and switch and switch. Arms are long, pressing into the floor. Try and release tension in the neck and the jaw. And both heels come down, and then slowly bring the rib cage down. The pelvis down. One leg in, second leg in. And then just give that lower back a little release. Going side to side. Okay, let's put our legs into what we call tabletop. We're going to squeeze the feet and the knees together, and we're not going to let the feet slide around. Arms are supporting on the ground. Both legs squeezing into each other, go to the side. Hold it there for a second. Make sure that the shoulder's not coming up. Come to center. And do the same thing on the other side. You're going to want to use momentum at some point, so we're going to have to make this a little harder. We'll just do one more like this. Come aware of the movement. And then if you want, you intensify it. Try not to cheat with momentum. Okay? So we're going to go to the side again. And we're going to extend both legs here. We're going to close them again and go center. Side, extend the legs, bend the knees, and come in. Make sure that that head and neck area are released. So they might want to look in the opposite direction, and you should let them do that. Extend and release. If they don't, they don't. Good. Side, extend, release. Good. One more on this side, and then we're going to change it up a tiny bit. This is always a fun one. It's like, what the heck am I doing here? So we're going to open up both legs to the side and then close them. Now, that might not look like much. It doesn't matter what it looks like. Who cares? Just extend both legs and open them up like scissors. And center. Here we go again. Stretch them out, bend them in, and come center. Good. Up. Last time on each side, no right or wrong. Maybe the top one wants to go forward, maybe the top one wants to go backward. Last time here. And extend the legs, bend them in, and come in. Good. Hug the knees in. Let the feet go to the floor. And now we're going to windshield wiper them a little bit. So just focus on the one that's coming in towards the midline. This is the one that's going to get the internal rotation. The other one's not going to go very far. We're not worried about that one right now. Good. Cross one knee over the other. And then the one that's on top is going to drag the other one down like a, kind of like a arm wrestle. Good. That should stretch a tiny bit in the lower back. It should not hurt. If it hurts, don't go so far. Good. Come back. Same thing. Cross it over. And you're going to wrestle yourself down to the opposite side. Let the head turn if it wants to. Stabilize with the arms. Let's just do that one more time on each side. Cross over. Wrestle that leg down to the ground. Let the head release. and come up. Last time. Wrestling down and releasing up. Good. Okay, we're going to come on over to our side. And you have options here. If you don't like this option, you can spread your arm or lengthen the arm down. I don't like that option because that makes me lazy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this hand behind my head and I'm going to be propped up on my elbow. This other hand is going to come up here. We're not going to be here long, but it's a choice to be here. It's a little bit harder to work here, but because we're only here for a short time, I'm going to make it work, okay? So we're going to do the clown exercise where our feet are together and we're just going to open the knees and then close them. And we're not going to let those hips go backwards by any means, and that's why I like to be propped up on my elbow, because I can't really do that very easily. Whereas when I'm lying on my side, I'm very tempted to roll back. And then I'm not working the muscles that I'm trying to work in this exercise, which are my butt muscles at the back, which rotate my hips. Good. Let's keep going there. We're not going to go to muscle fatigue. We'll just do 10 of those. Good. Now, put that hand down, and we're going to come up to a kneeling position. Arms are going out to the side, and we're going to balance here on one leg, extend the other leg out, and then come down onto that arm. Again, option to put this hand behind your head or not. This leg is going to lower and lift. You knew that was coming, right? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And all leg series must have circles, so 6 in each direction. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and other direction. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend it in. Arm comes up. Try to balance that. Transition. Good. And we're going to the other side. So, let me just move down my mat. Again, I'm propped up on my elbow here, so I don't trust myself if I lengthen my arm out. So I'm propped up here. Again, I could put both hands or not, and then just open that knee and close it down, keeping the feet nice and tight together. Three more times. 9. I'm actually even counting this time. 10. If Juliana were here, she would know. All right, she's probably sleeping now in Australia. Yay, Australia. Okay, so back up onto our knees. Going to the other side, arms go out. Do a balance challenge. Up on that knee. Ooh. Leg goes out. That was spectacular, Sandy. Over to the side. Good. That hand can go behind the head if you wish, or not. And then lift that leg 8 times. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's circle that leg 6 times. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And last 6 in the other direction. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. We're going to try and balance. Bend that knee. Slowly. And in. Woohoo! Good. All right, so that's the end of our Pilates series. We're going to finish up with some Garuda. I'm going to go through it slowly with you at first, and then we're going to try and just go through it fluidly. That doesn't mean fast, it just means bit more fluidly. So we're going to begin a little bit just with a wave movement. So from the rocking that we were doing earlier, we're going to make this more into a wave. So we're going to come forward like the cat, bend the elbows and go backwards. Come forward like a cat, bend the elbows and forward. Good, so the elbows are staying in line with your knees. And they're not touching, but they're going towards the mat. Now I'm going to change direction, going back like the cat and forward as I bend my elbows. Last time, and up. Now, we're going to try and lift one arm and one leg opposite, and then put it down, and then the other one. But we're going to walk like we're this clumsy elephant, so that the rib cage really gets some nice movement into it, and we're not going to hold anything back. So leg and arm opposite are moving up. And now we're going to change that up, and we're going to look at one side, then look at the other side. And then as we do that, what we're going to do is we're going to lift, same hand, same knee. Look to the opposite side, same hand, same knee. Same hand, same knee. So this is a reptile walk. Okay, like an alligator. Don't really feel like an alligator, but all right, one more on each side. And there we go. All right, now let's circle that rib cage a little bit. So take it over to the side, take it back, take it front, and do the best you can at drawing a circle on the mat in front of you with your rib cage. Now, it doesn't need to be perfect, and you can bend the elbows and then change direction. Same thing, we're going to try and circle with our pelvis this time. Rib cage is not moving or moving very little. And then in the other direction. Good. Now take those feet, move them over to one side and sit back towards them. Round forward. Other side. Sit back towards those heels. Round forward. Change sides. Sit back and forward. Change sides. One more time on each side. And then we'll get into our little sequence now that we've moved the rib cage around a bit. And forward. Good. So what we're going to do is we're going to round one knee into the chest. We're going to take that leg back. Toes are on the floor. Bend the knees like in the wave movement. Or bend the knees, those are elbows, Sandy. Bend the elbows, nose goes to the ground. Push up. Push the heel backwards and stretch that leg. That leg now goes out to the side next to me. I'm going to open my chest and my arm on the same side as that leg. Close the arm down. Move the leg to the other side, dragging it on the floor. The other arm is going to try and open. This is a little bit more harder. Good. Arm comes down. The leg stays there. But now I open the other arm. And this is going to twist my pelvis and my rib cage. Arm comes down to the ground. The leg comes back behind me. And I'm going to bring it into the chest. So the other side. Knee comes to the nose. Stretches back on the ground. The toes are on the ground. I bend my elbows to the mat. My nose falls. I push up. Push my heel back to stretch out the leg. Drag it along the ground to the side. Open my arm up to the ceiling of that same side. Arm goes down. Drag my leg over to the other side. Opposite arm opens up. Comes to the ground. Now that first arm opens up, and this is going to twist me around myself up to the ceiling and down. Leg comes back behind me and in. So that's a sequence. We're going to try and do it 2 more times on each side. So the part that I found confusing when I learned this was the arm openings. So when the leg is out to the side, you open the same side, then you open the opposite side, and then you open the same side again. So there's 3 openings, and one is really weird because you can't go very far, and the other 2 are really nice. Okay, so let's start from the beginning again. Knee to nose. Stretch that leg back. Bend the elbows, push up, push the foot back, bring it to the side. Open up, arm to the ceiling, arm comes back, leg comes back around into the other side. Opposite hand stretches up. This is the funny side. Comes down, change hands. This is a twisty side. Up to the ceiling and back down. Leg comes behind me and in. Other side, knee to nose. Stretch the leg, bend the elbows, push up, heel back, leg out to the side, twist up, twist down, twist to the leg to the other side, twist up, hand down, opposite hand up, and down. Leg comes behind me, and then back to the beginning. So last time, 1 on each side. Knee to nose. Lengthen the leg away. This is a mini push-up here. Up, push that heel back, stretch the foot. Leg to the side. Rotate open. Rotate back. Move that leg. Other side. Other arm. And it comes down. Change hands. Twist around yourself. And come back. Leg comes behind you and comes under you. Last time, knee to nose. Lengthen out. Bend the elbows. Straighten the arms. Push the heel back. Bring the leg out to the side. Twist open. Twist back. Move that leg around you to the other side. Opposite hand goes up. Comes back down. Change hands, open up, come down, that leg comes behind you, bend the knee and come back into a nice child's pose. And just push back into the heels, lengthening the lower back and pulling the arms forward here. Last little shoulder stretch for you. We're going to take one arm and we're going to push it forward as we sit back, turning the head. Other arm does the same thing. It pushes forward. I turn my head. I push the first arm out to the side and turn my head. Opposite arm out to the side, turning my head. First side, the hand goes under. Head goes down. Other side. Palm goes up. Twisting around myself. And I come back down. Good. Sit back. See if you can do this. And come up to standing. We're going to roll up. Classical Pilates roll up. So we're going to articulate our spine. Our knees are soft. Come all the way up. Lift the arms. Let that rib cage open and splay. Push the arms out to the sides as you exhale. We'll do that one more time. Roll down like a rag doll. Knees are soft. We're just going to articulate and let gravity take us back down. Find your heels and the backs of your legs here to pull your spine upwards. Lift the arms in front of you. Push them out to the sides as you exhale. Good, guys. You're done. Quick and dirty. I hope that you're ready to go hit the patio with your cocktail, or some of you just got up. So you got a whole day ahead of you, and some of you are probably asleep and won't see this until tomorrow morning. Anyways, thank you very much for joining me. It was really nice to do a Pilates workout in English finally. So nice to see you guys, and take care.